Are you wondering when you should stop dating other women and just focus on the one that you're interested in? Is it after the second date, after the third date, after a month? When do you settle down with her? Well, that is a great question and one that I would love to answer in today's videos, so keep watching. What's up guys, it's Emily with MegaDating, head coach and co-founder at emlovz.com, and I had a great question today that I wanted to share with you. The question is, when we've met a girl we like, when should we stop megadating? After the second date, third date, after we've officially made it exclusive? On the one hand, stopping megadating too early can get us into one-itis, but on the other hand, it's good to commit when the time is right. This is such a great question, and it's a really, really important question because if you're like me, who when I was single, I was really terrified of being alone, and so I actually found myself jumping into relationships too quickly, and that actually got me into a pretty toxic relationship at one point in my life. You really want to avoid that and be careful that you're not jumping in too soon. That being said, I've also had great relationships where it was pretty much instantaneous that we felt like we were exclusive. But I do have some points that you can use to really guarantee that you're doing it at the right time, in the right sequence for you, for the girl that you're dating, and to really ensure that you're not settling for somebody who is not right for you. And if you're jumping in really early, it is so easy to make that mistake. So let's dive right in. So first things first, what I recommend for all of my clients is that they go on 20 dates in 90 days. And what I do is I count the first, second, and third date towards that 20 date goal. So it doesn't mean that you're trying to go out on 20 dates with 20 different women necessarily. If things are going well with a woman, you might continue dating her, and that's really important to keep your options open, to remember that you have plenty of fish in the sea, and to make sure that you're not settling for the wrong one. It's really helpful in megadating, which is the process of dating multiple women at the same time to diffuse your energy and increase your confidence. It's really important that you are able to compare different women to each other so that you can really tell who makes you feel the best, who makes you not feel so good, but maybe you're still attracted to them, who you really, really enjoy spending time with, who brings out the best in you, who you feel like it's easy to be around. All of this really just comes with experience. And so diving into one relationship too soon, or just focusing all of your energy on one girl, is just a recipe for disaster. If it's not one-itis, it can definitely cause problems because you're not seeing other people, you're not comparing other people, you're not learning about the different lifestyles that each person has, and you're not stepping into these new realities to see if you like them, dislike them, or what areas of them are working or not working for you. So for that reason, I do recommend that you go on 20 dates. You can do them as quickly as possible, but that's really going to give you the experience you need to make the informed decision for you. Now, what I recommend you do is that you only count up to 3 dates with the same woman towards that number. That doesn't mean you should stop seeing her if you're really enjoying her after the third date. It just means that you're not counting all 20 dates with the same woman. So you want to get some variety. You don't need to go on 20 dates with different people. It could be that you go on, I don't know if I could do math, like a couple of first dates, a couple of second dates, a couple of third dates, but you have enough people that you're comparing that you're really able to see who brings out the best in you, who makes you feel the best, and who in different environments is really the right person for you. That said, there's a couple of milestones that I would recommend that you hit before you commit to just one woman. One of the most important milestones is meeting friends, meeting family, certainly having sex, absolutely. And I would not recommend that you have sex until the third date because she's going to take you more seriously if you wait until that time. That's when the proper sequence of events has happened. Hopefully you've achieved the goals of the first, second, and third date by then. That's really important. You got to know that you have sexual compatibility. You got to know that you like her friends and her family. These are things that you really got to check. Think about The Bachelor. If you've seen this show, they go through a series of events in order to really determine which person is right for them. You're going to do something similar to that. In fact, megadating is like its own Bachelor reality show. You get to be the Bachelor and you're going to be exploring relationships with different people. So you want to meet friends, family, and you want to have had sex, certainly. I would also recommend that you have taken a small vacation together, not a huge one. I would recommend going somewhere close to home, maybe for a night or a weekend, just because you want to see how you are in a brand new environment together. When you go on this vacation, I recommend going somewhere that neither of you have been, so you're both in a brand new territory and you can see how you travel together. So that's a big milestone that I would recommend that you take before you try and jump into a relationship with her. Another recommendation I would have is wait until you've had the first fight. This doesn't mean you should try and make the first fight happen, but it is really important to see how people deal with conflict. Some people run away from conflict. These are people with an avoidant attachment style. Some people kind of throw a hissy fit in conflict, and these are often people with an anxious attachment style. Some people you have one fight with and that you'll never see them again because they're just so terrified of conflict and they have it coded in their mind as like, this is the end. We're not going to get through this. So you really want to make sure that before you commit to anybody that you have had some sort of conflict at least once in the relationship. What else? Let's see. So vacation, first fight, meet the friends, meet the family. I don't see any problem with having that process take a few months. I don't think it has to take that long. There's certainly circumstances, especially during COVID, where things get sped up, you're spending more time together, but it is really important to go through those milestones so you can see, here's how they are with their family, here's how they are with their friends, here's how they are when they're traveling in a new place. So you can test for compatibility and really see if does the best in you show up when you're with them, or does it actually feel really uncomfortable when you're with their family? Does it feel really out of place when you're with their friends? If so, this is a sign that you should really pump the brakes and reconsider. I would challenge you to try and break the stereotype, break the mold of trying to put a label on something so quickly. I think we've all been trained to do this. I'm not sure why we do this. It's like we can't deal with the uncertainty of not knowing where we stand with someone. But I want to challenge you on that. I want you to really challenge your edges to decide, hey, what is it that I need to have? Why do I need to have this discussion right now? Why does this discussion need to happen so soon? Why do we need a label so soon? If you're not 100% certain, which I don't know how you would be if you hadn't been through those milestones, and you're not just doing it because you don't want to be alone or you're tired of dating or it's too much work, those are not good reasons to get into a relationship. Okay, it should be because you've spent time in different contexts with this person. They really bring out the best in you. You feel like you can be yourself with them. They really are just a joy to be around, and there's not a ton of conflict. If there is conflict, that conflict needs to be resolved in a healthy way, and it is about boundary setting. So keep all of that in mind. Don't dive in too soon. If you're getting pressured into diving into a relationship or making that commitment, pump the brakes, take a minute to yourself and really explore why that is. Is it social pressure? Is it pressure from her? Is it just your belief system is that you should not be dating more than one person at a time because that's bad? Really question that. It's really important that you take enough time to assess who is right and who is not right for you. And I would say that I have a pretty good track record because once I'm in a relationship with somebody, those relationships tend to be several years, many years long. I do know people who tend to always get into like 1 and 2 month relationships, and I would challenge them. I would assume it has to do with not vetting the person long enough and not being thorough in their selection process. So if you have a tendency to really get excited and want to jump into a relationship really soon, I would recommend that you talk to somebody about that. In fact, I'm here to help, and you can book a new client session with myself or a member of my team over at emlovz.com/book. During that new client session, we can talk about your dating goals. We can discuss attachment style and attachment theory, which is probably contributing to why you're jumping into relationships very quickly. And we can talk about how our coaching programs may be a fit for you. That wraps up this video, guys. If you like this video, I would love it if you would like it, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment in the comments below. And follow us on social media. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time.